Jeopardy! Now entering the studio are today's contestants. An urban planner from Pasadena, California, Kay Deal. A record store clerk from Los Angeles, California, Tom Plotkin. And our returning champion, a typesetter from Oak Park, Illinois, Gene Drew, whose one-day cash winnings total $14,401. And now, here is the host of Jeopardy, Alex Trebek.
Hi, John. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome again to a half hour of answers and questions. I hope you were watching yesterday. We had a fantastic competition, and this young lady emerged as the champion. Jean picked up over $14,000. What will happen in this half hour? Let's find out as we welcome Kay and Tom to our show. Good luck, folks. Here we go. Round one. Jean, start us off.
Children's books for 100, please.
Hugh Lofting's book about this doctor and the secret lake was published posthumously in 1948. Tom.
Who is Dr. Doolittle?
You're right.
Films of the 60s for 100, please.
Film in which Dustin Hoffman says, Mrs. Robinson, you're trying to seduce me. Kay?
What is The Graduate?
Right.
Children's books for 200, please.
John Ridd, the hero of this novel, is the son of a man murdered by the Dunes. Tom.
What is Lorna Doone?
Correct.
Films of the 60s for 200, please.
At the end of this film, Charlton Heston and Linda Harrison find the Statue of Liberty in ruins.
Children's books for 500.
In the 1956 book, The Enormous Egg, one of these three-horned dinosaurs is hatched from a hen's egg. Tom.
What is a Triceratops?
Good for 500.
Modern history for 100.
In 1963, a hotline was established between Washington, D.C. and this world capital. Tom?
What is Moscow?
Right.
Modern history for 200.
Rudolf Hess was among the war criminals who were tried in this city in 1945 and 46. Jean?
What is Nuremberg?
Correct.
Modern history for 300.
In 1980, it became the first independent labor union in a Soviet bloc country. Tom?
What is Solidarity?
Yes.
Modern history for 400.
One of the two African countries the United States wanted Cuba to withdraw troops from in 1977. Kay?
What is Angola?
Yes, Ethiopia is the other one.
Modern history for 500, please.
Robert Mugabe became prime minister of this country in 1980 and its president in 1987. Tom?
What is Zaire?
No. Kay?
What is Zimbabwe?
Zimbabwe, yes, that takes you to $1,000. You're in second place now. You and Tom have switched places. Jean is in the lead with 2,300. We're going to take our first break. So put the buttons down, relax for a few moments while we pause for these messages. $4,000 of the $4,500 available in the first half of the Jeopardy round has been picked up by these players. Kay, you've got control of the board right now. Hey.
Fabrics for 100.
The Harris type of this fabric is hand-woven in the Outer Hebrides. Tom?
What is Tweed?
Yes.
World travel for 300.
In 1993, the admission price at this British castle was reduced almost 50%. Sort of a fire sale. Tom?
What is Buckingham Palace?
No. Jean?
What is Windsor Castle?
Windsor. That's where the fire was, yes.
Fabrics for 200.
It's a heavy ribbed fabric, an overstuffed footstool, or an empire. Tom?
What's an ottoman?
Right.
World travel for 400.
There's a Wellington museum in this Belgian town about 2 miles north of the battlefield. Tom?
What is Waterloo?
Right.
World travel for 500.
The answer there is the Daily Double. You're just a little bit ahead of Kay, but you trail Jean by a considerable margin.
I'll wager 500.
All right, that'll give you 1,600 if you are right. Here is the clue. Scandal tours of this capital city show tourist sites associated with ousted President Fernando Collor.
What is Argentina?
No. Correct response, what is Brasilia? Brasilia. We were going for the capital city. You're in the wrong country as well. You're down to 600. Pick again.
Fabrics for 300.
The Pima type of this fabric was named for Pima County, Arizona.
Auto makes and models for 400, please.
348. Mondial. Testarossa. Tom?
What is Ferrari?
Right.
Auto makes and models for 500.
Galant, Eclipse, Mirage. Jean?
What is Mitsubishi?
Yes, another $500 coming your way, adding to your lead. You've got it with a total of $4,700. Kay is next with $1,500. Then it's Tom with $1,000. Now let's spend some time with these players. Kay Deal from Pasadena It says here that you're an urban planner, and your former boss made a comment that spurred you to try out for our program. What did he say?
He told me, Kay, if you're right one more time today, you're fired.
Whoa, that's pretty serious stuff. A little bit of harassment there in the job place?
No, he just liked it that somebody like him was right and somebody like his employee was not right quite so often.
Some guys are like that. Watch out for them. You still work for him?
No.
Oh, good. Tom Plotkin from Los Angeles, a record store clerk who collects old LPs with weird titles. What kind of LPs are we talking about here, Tom?
Well, I'd say my favorite is Robert Mitchum Sings Calypso.
And that goes back to what? The movie Fire Down Below with Rita Hayworth and Jack Lemmon?
Probably around that era. He sings
Robert Mitchum Sings Calypso.
in a broad West Indian accent.
Oh, I can't imagine that. Beef, it's what's for dinner. Right, okay. Robert Mitchum. Hey, that's neat. Okay. Gene Grew from the Chicago area. Chicago has a great theater tradition, and I understand you're a big Chicago theater fan. You go often?
As often as I can afford to, time and money-wise.
Have you... Tom and Kay, our newcomers, have their work cut out for them in this Double Jeopardy round because they trailed Gene by a considerable margin. But there's so much money available in Double Jeopardy that things have a way of turning around very quickly. Let's see if it works out that way. And Tom, it is your selection.
I'll take poetry for 200.
Answer. In a 1916 poem, Carl Sandburg called this city Toolmaker, Stacker of Wheat. Tom.
What is Chicago?
Correct.
I'll take poetry for 400.
This Longfellow poem begins, "This is the forest primeval." Gene.
What is Evangeline?
That's right. Fifth.
Pop music for 400.
Rockin' Robin was a #2 hit for Bobby Day in 1958 and for this singer in 1972. Tom.
Who is Michael Jackson?
Correct.
Pop music for 600.
In 1977, Randy Meisner left this successful group to pursue a solo career. Randy Meisner left the Eagles. Tom, pick again.
Pop music for 800.
His 1975 #1 hit, Bad Blood, featured Elton John on backup vocals. Gene.
Who is Neil Sedaka?
Yeah.
Pop music for 1,000.
A #1 song by B.J. Thomas asked, "Hey, won't you play another one of these?" Tom?
Sad song.
No. Gene?
What is Somebody Done Somebody Wrong song?
You're right.
1989 for 200.
In August, Kristen M. Baker became this Academy's first female first captain of the Corps of Cadets. Tom?
What is West Point?
Right.
1989 for 400.
He became New York City's new His Honor the Mayor. Tom?
Who is David Dinkins?
Yes.
1989 for 600.
On July 21st, Carl the Truth Williams lasted 93 seconds with this man. Tom?
Who is Mike Tyson?
Right.
1989 for 800.
In February, Dan Quayle criticized Jimmy Carter for meeting with this Nicaraguan president. Tom?
Who is Daniel Ortega?
Yes.
1989 for 1,000.
The last two in the column is one of the daily doubles. And you're on a bit of a roll now, Tom. You've done very well in this category so far. You've got a long way to go to catch Gene, however.
I'll wager 1,000.
All right, for $1,000, here comes the clue for you alone. In March, by a 53 to 47 vote, the Senate rejected this Texan as Secretary of Defense.
Who is John Tower?
You're right. There again.
I'll take religion for 200.
Millions of Hindus travel to the holy Indian city of Varanasi to bathe in this river's waters. Gene.
What is the Ganges?
Yes.
Religion for 400.
This 8-day Jewish festival begins on the 15th day of the Hebrew month of Nisan. Kay.
What is Hanukkah?
No. Tom.
What is Passover?
Correct.
Religion for 600, please.
Soto and Rinzai are the two main schools of this form of Buddhism. Gene.
What is Zen Buddhism?
Correct.
Religion for 800.
Deities in this Chinese religion include the Jade Emperor and the Empress of Heaven. Kay.
What is Confucianism?
No. Gene.
What is Taoism?
Yes.
Religion for 1,000.
In 1960, Martin Luther King Jr. was made co-pastor with his father of this Atlanta church. They were co-pastors of the Ebenezer Baptist Church. Back to you, Gene.
Presidential first for 200.
William Howard Taft was the first president buried in this national cemetery. Tom.
What is Arlington National Cemetery?
Right.
Presidential first for 400.
Thomas Jefferson was the first president to get to his inauguration this way. Tom?
In a carriage.
No. Kay?
What is by walking?
Walking, yes. Gene, back to you.
Presidential first for 1,000.
He not only survived dozens of duels, he was the first president to survive an assassination attempt. Tom?
Who is Andrew Jackson?
Correct.
Northern Africa for 200.
If you're on the express to Marrakesh, you're bound for this country. Tom?
What is Morocco?
Correct.
Northern Africa for 400.
It's by far the most populous country in Northern Africa. Kay?
What is Egypt?
Right.
Northern Africa for 6, please.
Port Sudan is on this sea. Tom?
What is the Red Sea?
Yes.
Northern Africa for 800.
In April 1986, the U.S. sent warplanes to attack terrorist-related targets in this country's capital. Gene, you have $11,500.
Oh, that's 3,000.
That'll take you to $14,500. Here is the clue for you. The two most widely spoken languages in Tunisia are Arabic and this.
What is French?
You are right, and you go to $14,500. Congratulations. Brilliant showing once again. Making it very difficult for Tom and Kay in Final Jeopardy. So I will just say that the runners-up will receive prizes, the champion will keep the cash, and here are the prizes for those players today. Johnny.
Today's second-place contestant will receive Broyhill's Fontana Bedroom, a stunning new look in transitional styling with a contemporary country flair that is adaptable to any motif, with beveled panels, carved overlays, and bun feet from Broyhill. If you plan to be in the Los Angeles area and would like to be a contestant on Jeopardy, please send us a postcard to Jeopardy Contestant, 1040 North Las Palmas, Hollywood, California, 90038.
Subject for Final Jeopardy, the 1990 census. Be careful on this one, players. You'll have 30 seconds once I give you the clue to write down your question. Here is the answer. According to the 1990 census, this state now contains 3 of the 10 most populous U.S. cities. Good luck. All right, the time is up. Kay, this wasn't your day, unfortunately. You just couldn't ring in quickly enough and made a few errors that cost you, but you were here to play Final Jeopardy, and we're delighted about that. Let's see if you managed to come up with the correct response. What is Texas? Yes, indeed. You're right. Dallas, Houston, and San Antonio. You wagered nothing, and so you will retain that $300 for the moment. Let's go to Tom Plotkin, who's in the middle. He had $5,600. He wrote down, what is Texas? He, too, got it right. His wager, $4,000. That takes him to $9,600. Let's come to Jean. She's our leader with $14,500. Did she get Texas? No, she picked California. Thinking what? San Diego, Los Angeles, San Francisco, Oakland, that kind of thing? Sorry, it didn't work out. What was your wager? $3,000. That'll leave you with $11,500, and that keeps you a Jeopardy champion for the second day with a total of $25,901. So congratulations to you, Jean. You guys did well in finals, so you didn't have enough money going into the round. But thanks for being with us today. And thank you for tuning us in. Do it again tomorrow, won't you? So long.
Today's second and third place contestants will receive Samba, the perfect gift this Christmas. Samba, made in France. Once she's tried it, she'll want to wear it forever. At stores everywhere. The chip-shot electric potato chipper from Presto. Cuts regular or ripple slices. Then just deep fry or microwave for crisp, delicious chips. America's favorite yams are delicious Bruce's yams made from the sweet, tender heart of the Louisiana yam. Bruce's yams are a better source of beta-carotene. For shiny, healthy-looking hair, System Biolage from Matrix Essentials. System Biolage, science in sync with nature, only in fine salons. Vanish drop-ins now last 33% longer, so the cleaning and stain-fighting power you've come to expect from Vanish lasts longer. New Ultra Vivid Powdered Bleach. Turn up the colors in your wash with new Ultra Vivid Powdered Bleach with Color Care. And somewhere between sundown and sunrise, there's Stetson Sierra Cologne for men. Sexy, spicy, cool. Stetson Sierra.